So I keep thinking about what I want to share about the end of this year, what I want to share about this year in general. And I have a million things going through my brain, right? Do I want to talk about the trauma and the abuse? Do I want to talk about DHS and the many times I had to call the police in the beginning of the year? Do I want to talk about the people I thought who were supposed to be in my life for a long time and they're not supposed to be? Do I want to talk about the good? I always want to talk about the good. That's not really fair. I love talking about the good. Sometimes I wonder if I talk a little bit too much about the good and do some spiritual bypassing around the bad, because the bad hurts, right? There's been this numbness that I experienced for the first time this year that I don't know if I've ever experienced before. You know, maybe over the last 2 years, a sense of numbness, right? A sense of numbness, a sense of survival, a sense of when is this going to change? When is this going to stop? When am I going to start feeling like myself again? When am I going to stop feeling so crazy? When am I going to be able to escape? When am I going to be able to be free? When am I going to be able to stop worrying all the time? When am I going to be able to stop covering for things all the time? When am I going to be able to share my story and all the things that have happened in a way that feels productive? I don't know, does it need to be productive, I guess? Maybe that's my problem. Because I always feel like I have to be productive, right? If I slow down, if I'm not productive, if I rest, am I really safe? Or does the other shoe drop? Does the rug come out from under me? The things I think I had lined up to help me in business, people I had around me to help me in my life, right? It's hard to share, right? It's hard to share because also there's people out there who are like, well, maybe you deserve this. Well, why did you allow this to happen? Well, we all saw this. Why didn't you? Or my so-and-so saw right through this. Oh my gosh, how about a list of unhelpful things people have said to me this year? Well, my spouse saw right through this, and that's why they haven't wanted to like hang out around you or be around you for the last 2 years. Cool, thanks for that protection. Or, oh, well, you allowed this behavior, right? You bought this, you did that. You should have known these things were going on. Oh, you didn't know these things were going on? He said you knew, and so we just assumed that you were cool with this. Cool with someone doing a bunch of drugs, stealing money, not finishing jobs, destroying my home, being constantly too hungover to take care of our child. Like, who thought anybody would be okay with that? Literally. Who thought anybody would be okay with that? And why would you make somebody try and feel dumb or stupid or anything else because they didn't know? Or they didn't know how bad it was? Or they felt so numb and crazy that they did think they deserve this, right? That this is your bed and you have to lie in it, right? Or, well, you want your child to have a family. And so you're just going to have to keep putting up with it until they finally change and just grin and bear it and do everything you can to fix it. Do everything you can to make it better. Do everything you can to try and save the world. Because I thought I could take the pain and the hurt. I can put up with a lot of stuff. I can deal with a lot of stuff. Right? I could take the hurt, I could take the pain as long as my child was loved and my child was taken care of. Well, then my child stopped being taken care of. She wasn't being loved. She wasn't being treated safely. She wasn't being looked after. She was a pawn. She was a bargaining tool. She was a weapon. No child should have to be that. Shouldn't have to call the police 4 times. Shouldn't have to get DHS involved. Shouldn't have to move, spend thousands of dollars to get new cars and sell them and hire people to clean out and fix my home because of the damage. I shouldn't have to have a restraining order. I shouldn't have to have emergency temporary custody for imminent danger of a shared child who is an angel. Right? I shouldn't. That's not fair. I didn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve that. And anybody who thinks that regardless of any behaviors or choices in the past, that somebody deserves that, is also kind of a monster. Anybody who's okay with that and still wants to be friends with that is kind of a monster. And I'm okay with people knowing that. Because here's the deal. For years and years and years, I didn't think I was worth being loved unless I did a bunch of stuff for people, right? Paid people, overpaid people, paid for people. You know, this is a big part of it, right? Covered people. Did everything I could, right? Oh, Megan's just 150%er, right? She does everything for everyone. She's just super generous. And I am. But being generous also comes with not always knowing good boundaries, right? Or feeling like you always have to earn it, right? Well, people can't like me just because they like me. That's wild, right? I always have to make things happen, right? Make up for something. I don't know. Make up for what? I don't know, right? Make up for my body type. Make up for, you know, being really assertive, being bossy, being a big personality, right? Being somebody who makes things happen, being sometimes a little bit of a steamrollery, especially when I really have these big goals and dreams. I'm always somebody who's going to get things done. I'm always somebody who's going to stick to their word, right? But somewhere along the way, I kind of lost the ability to trust myself. Trust myself, trust my judgment, trust what was real, trust what was fake. Trust people who I thought I could trust, and then not actually be able to trust them. And it just comes back to, well, what's wrong with me? And the reality is nothing's wrong with me. Nothing. Nothing's wrong with you. Well, most of you. I obviously have some thoughts about some of the rest of people, but there are some things wrong with some people, but not you guys, not who I'm talking to. If there is, turn this video off. But the biggest thing I do know is that I can trust myself. I can trust myself to make good decisions. I can trust myself to make, spend, save, and stack money. I can trust myself to pick the right partner in dating. I can trust myself to find the right dad for Isabel. I can trust myself to make the right moves. I can trust myself to know who I am, know what I'm worth, know who belongs in my world and who does not. And at the end of the day, learning how to trust myself is going to show Isabel how to trust herself. And damn, that's important. Damn, that's really mother effing important. I have to show her that, right? I brought this beautiful, beautiful baby into this world. She's almost 3 years old. She gets it. She gets it. Oh my gosh, she's so smart. So smart. She gets it. And so I have to get it. So I can show her that she can trust herself, that she has so much worth and value into this universe. She's worthy because she is. The things that she wants are the desires of her heart, and she should get to get them. She deserves them. Whatever she wants, whoever she wants to be. So if she's worthy of it, why wouldn't I be worthy of it? So I think one of the biggest things I want to take into 2024 is that we can trust ourselves. Even when we've been through the hardest shit. Even when the whole world felt like it was falling apart. Even on the days and the nights where I was so scared I didn't want to wake up the next morning. But I did every day because of her, right? Because I chose to be her parent. And I chose to love her and protect her endlessly. Up, down, sideways, in between. Moon, back, Pluto, and back, the universe, the galaxies. And so no matter how scared I was, every day I knew I could trust myself to take care of her. And take care of us. And protect her. And protect us. And I did. And I'm here to say, I did. Every single day. No one is safer than Isabel. And in 2024, no one's going to be safer than me. So, this year we're going to trust ourselves. This year we're not going to be small. We're not going to cover for people. We're not going to spiritually bypass anything. My energy is going to be my energy. Your energy is going to be your energy, and I'm not going to take yours. I'm only going to take mine. And we're going to go have a shit ton of fun. We're going to grow and blossom in ways we never thought even possible. We're going to start a movement. We're going to be a movement. We're going to find ourselves again. We're going to find joy every day. And that's what we're going to be up to. And I think it's going to be pretty baller. No, I know it. I know it's going to be pretty baller. We're going to figure it out always. Because we always do. But also because we deserve to. So, I guess that's mostly my year in 15 minutes or less. And we're going to go out and we're going to do it. We're just going to do it in 2024.